To you on the other side of the screen, hello, Shine here. Welcome to my channel if it's your first time, and welcome back if you've watched my previous videos. In last week's video, I shared a verse with you, and that's 1 Thessalonians 5:18. In everything give thanks, for this is the will of God in Christ Jesus for you. Well, you see, right after filming, I got tested for that verse. I filmed that video twice because after my first filming, I forgot to press the save button. So I was done filming, I changed my clothes, I changed my hair, I opened my laptop and was ready to edit, only to realize I actually had nothing to edit. And it was so frustrating because I took a long time to record that, trying not to get that many honking cars and speeding motors on the background. Plus, I was really looking forward to finally eating ice cream that day. But I had to get dressed again and record the whole thing the second time around. Also, that day we lost our internet connection. When it came back a day later, we were told it had a problem regarding the port where we were connected or something. That's why that night, when I uploaded the video, I had to use my brother's data. Sadly, I forgot I was only going to use his data connection and didn't compress my video file, which is why it took such a long time to upload. The entire day, I was just repeating that verse to myself over and over again. My dad even had to comfort me after my video recording didn't get saved the first time. That's why, yeah, we do get tested a lot. Remember how I mentioned that God is like a teacher who lets us take exams to know how much we have learned from the lessons He's been teaching us? Well, those exams comes more often than we realize. If you've been watching my videos for a while now, you know that one of my favorite Bible verses is Romans 8:28. And I've been tested regarding my application of that verse in my life so many times since I've learned it back when I was younger. I remember one Sunday, our pastor called any volunteers to come in front and share his or her testimony on what the Lord has done throughout the week, and I stood up. While sharing my testimony, I mentioned that verse. After our church service, some things happened. Things that makes it so hard to apply that verse, to believe in that verse without a shadow of a doubt. But through the years since I've memorized that verse, God had taught me to apply it even during the hardest times of my life. As each time the challenge becomes harder, God makes me stronger, helping me to apply and believe that verse even though it's difficult. The latest one being my mom's passing. Yes, it is hard to understand why she had to leave us this early. I remember telling my mom years ago when she was sick, "Mommy, you're already 42 years old, but your mom is still alive. I'm only 7. As if I'm telling her that it'd be unfair if she was to be gone back then. That's why it's not easy understanding things. I mean, obviously, I'm not yet 42 years old, but mom already passed away. Applying that verse, Romans 8:28, or even 1 Thessalonians 5:18, is quite difficult, especially when you just lost a loved one. But we have the choice whether to stay grieving or be comforted with the truth that mom is already enjoying the rewards of her service in the presence of our Creator. It's not easy living out those verses when we are going through trials, but it's what will help us grow in our faith. I've been tested on those verses a lot more than I could remember, and will be tested continually in the future. There's no point in memorizing a whole lot of Bible verses when you're not living them out and applying in your life. That's why let that be a challenge for us, to not only have those verses in our minds, but to live them out and apply them in our lives. That is one way of knowing if we are actually growing in our faith in the Lord, or if we had let our fire burn low. As always, thank you so much for watching. Let us remember that all things work together for good. That's why we'll have to give thanks in everything. Take care always, and God bless. Bye.